Hey there, YouTube. This is Kevin from Percy's Videos. I wanted to provide everyone with an update on the Range Rover Sport Dynamic SE that we delivered back in September. Many of you watched that previous video. I think it was titled How We Spec'd or How We Built Our 2023 Range Rover Sport. I'll put the link in the description for those that haven't seen it. Anyway, we were supposed to receive our Range Rover, take delivery of it on December 15th, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. However, the dealership did have another very similar Range Rover Sport being delivered, and asked us if we wanted to, transfer the down payment from the original Range Rover we built to the new one, which we decided to do. We need to purchase and take delivery of the vehicle in 2022 to take advantage of some tax deductions. We're purchasing through a vehicle through the company. So we need to make this happen in 2022, which is the only reason we've decided to go ahead and take the one that was built as opposed to the one that we spec. So I just wanted to cover a couple of the changes in the one that we're getting versus the one that we originally built. So I'm going to start with the exterior. Well, actually, you can see here there's about $1,000 difference between the one we originally built versus the new build, and some options difference, which is what I'm going to cover. So fortunately, and probably most importantly, the vehicle is going to look exactly the same. So that was key, right? We optioned with Fuji White. We're going to get Fuji White. We originally optioned with the blackout package, which is the black grills and other trim pieces. It's going to be the same. We're going to get the black contrast roof, and we're going to get the fog lights. So that was great news. We think this is one of the best looking specs and one of the best looking SUVs on the road right now. So we were happy to get that. One of the positive things that came out of this change is that in our build, we can only get the 22-inch wheels. But in the new build, we're able to get the 23-inch wheels. So here's what the difference looks like, right? So our original build, 22-inch with red brake calipers. The build we're getting, or the spec we're getting, 23-inch wheels with black brake calipers. So all in all, I think it's fine, right? It's going to look exactly like we wanted. Plus, we got the bigger wheel option, and we're not really too worried about the brake caliper color. Red would have been nice, but not a must-have. Okay, so exterior, I think solid choice all around to go with the new build. Let's talk about the interior. So there was some changes on the interior. The biggest change is in our build, in our spec, we really wanted the ebony and garnet, or black and red. But yeah, it's ebony and garnet. And we really like that look. However, the one that was coming was just all black. All black would have been our second choice. It looks good. It's probably a more common choice. So although it wasn't our first choice, it was close enough and looked good enough for us to go ahead and accept that interior color combination. The heated steering wheel, the 20 position adjustable seats, or whatever they're called, are all the same. And it's also the same black wood looking veneer on the trim. So everything else was the same except all ebony, all black versus ebony and garnet, or the black and red. So again, we thought that change was okay. The other two changes, or other couple of changes, I should say, really fall under mechanical or other categories. The mechanical changes are kind of an issue for me, but not so much for my wife. So we're not getting like the tow hitch receiver, we're not getting the twin speed transfer box, and we're not getting the adaptive off-road cruise control. If you remember my first video where I talk about how we optioned the Range Rover, I was really wanted those options because I feel like those options are make a Range Rover a Land Rover, right? That's the heritage, that off-road capability. But this is a company vehicle. We're only going to be using it to drive to the office and back, meet with clients and back. It will probably never see anything off-road except maybe a dirt road to get to a cabin, or, like a big pothole. So in principle, yes, those options probably should be on a Range Rover. But in reality, will they ever be used? Probably not. So um, yeah, I decided that they weren't necessary and we'll go forward without them. Um, Small caveat: we do own, a Ford F-150 with the 4x4 package and all that, and that's what we used to tow. So we wouldn't be doing any of that really in the Range Rover anyway. It was just a nice backup, but it's still kind of disheartening knowing that you got a Range Rover without the true Land Rover capabilities. And I'm probably the only one that thinks like that, but so be it. So we're going to move forward without them. The other two options that we're not getting in this one is the Wi-Fi hotspot. We have cell phones. We can buy mobile hotspots. Getting the Wi-Fi hotspot would have just been nice. Again, not a game changer. And no laminated glass on this one. So there is an option to have laminated glass that just kind of blocks out wind and tire noise, road noise a little more, makes the cabin a little more quiet. This one doesn't have it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So at the end of the day, we did not think the changes from how we spec'd it to what was already going to arrive were significant enough where we weren't going to take delivery of the vehicle. So we decided to take delivery of this new vehicle. It should arrive on the 23rd, which honestly is kind of close for us, because if that doesn't come, we do need to get another vehicle before the calendar year end. So that is our build. I still think it looks great. And just would love to know your thoughts. Would you have taken delivery of the new spec to take, the tax deduction credits that we need, or would you have waited? Be interested in to hear what your thoughts are. So again, thanks for watching. This is Kevin from Percy's Videos.